another week of training. Here we go. So on Tuesday, GTR day, I'm actually wearing my Guildford Trail Runners shirt. You won't be able to see it. It's 2 degrees right now, but later on I'm running home in shorts and t-shirt. So GTR session the other night, we actually began in a new location. So I met with Ben, we ran there together, and just shy of half marathon distance actually. So it was a really good session, some good elevation, and had a fantastic time. So it was really good to kickstart the week in the right way with the GTR crew. Through the park, location of my local park run. They've actually redone the surface here, so it makes for quite a smooth course. It used to be a little bit lumpy and bumpy, but definitely improved it. So look at this. This is what you want in a run commute. Beautiful weather, you can see for miles, and actually I'm definitely feeling that heat. Even at 2 degrees, I've warmed up nice and quickly, and now I'm tea to the edge of being overheated. Right, that's said and done. I'll catch you later. Run commute home, and a little chat about the weekend. See ya. Okay, back through the park at the end of a busy day. Legs feeling more fatigued after down my feet. It's quite windy actually, but warm enough to wear just a shirt. Did 6k this morning, had a bit of extra time on my hands. Meant to do 10k in total, so the journey home is around about 4 or 5k. So today we'll finish up around that number. Right, there we are, 5k done. I tried to build into elevation today, but the route doesn't really allow for too much, so did what I could. I think at this point in the week I'm on about 20 something miles, not a huge amount, but I'm feeling really happy about it. I also wore today some shoes I wasn't supposed to wear. They're my daily trainer for work, and they are the Hoka Clifton 4 and Outdoor Voices collab shoe. I got it in Black Friday for £50. It's absolutely amazing. So I should have been wearing the Hoka Mac 4 today, but either way these shoes did the job. So that's fantastic. And what does the weekend have in store? Well, I haven't really planned in a long run as such. I don't know what the distance is going to be. Again, it's down to family. At the moment it's definitely trickier. Definitely tricky to fit things in that I want to do, and you know, I'll do a little video talking about the plan and where we're at shortly. But it may need readjusting just slightly. I'm still doing the event, but sometimes you've got to assess where you're at and think about the possibilities. Morning everyone, 5:30, and I'm out for a long run. You can see in the distance the sun is rising. I'm actually running back home again. I'm only a kilometre down the road. I knew I forgot something. I can't put my finger on it. My legs feel cold, my calf sleeves. It's just part of my running setup, so now I've got to go back home, put the calf sleeves on. That's not what you want just as you get into a run and you think, ah. But to be honest with you, by the time I come back out, I probably won't need this head torch, so I can leave that behind. A little bit less weight to carry, but very annoying, very annoying. Okay, where was I? That wasn't very nice. Going back into a house that's warm and your brain's telling you great, run's over, just fighting that feeling. But most annoyingly, I did such a great job of getting up, getting ready, creeping out the house, making sure nobody heard me, and now I've got to run the gauntlet again by doing that same thing. So thankfully it was quiet enough not to disturb the peace, but it was on my mind. What's today all about? Well, it's been probably a year and a half since I've come down to the river for a run, and to be honest with you, I've really been missing it. My long runs since starting this training have basically been elevation focused, and therefore the mileage hasn't quite come. Not every week, but some weeks, you know, I've been out for 3 hours and haven't really got a significant amount in. However, today the aim is to try and get a clean 20 miles done. Of course elevation's pretty much non-existent, but it's about time off feet, and for me, just a bit of mental well-being, getting out, enjoying the environment, and seeing how the river's changed since I've last been there. Oh good, we can go. Who remembers this tunnel? If you've been a long-term subscriber, you'll know that we come through here, we always give it a big woo-hoo! Just kick-starts the day, and yeah, what child wouldn't do this? So, just over 11k at the river, 1 hour, 1 minute. Down this way over here to the left, you can run and run and run. I used to do that. I actually got stuck behind a wall when I ran into the woods once, somebody's house, didn't realise I had to climb over it. And this is what I'm doing today, straight down this path for another 6k, then turn around, head back. You can hopefully see why this river's so amazing to run along, so tranquil, so peaceful. I've got the sun in my eyes this way, and it's just a nice run. I don't think the speed goats aren't necessarily any good for this type of running, because I forgot that they paved this, so what I'm really doing is using trail shoes on tarmac. But hey, there we go. If it puts a bit more strength into the legs, then so be it. The reason why I've also chosen this route is because this is a route that when I was training for a marathon would give me the confidence to go sub 4. I did 2 great training runs of 20 miles, coming in just under 3 hours, and unfortunately today I couldn't live up to expectations, but it's definitely a good route for it. There is a road crossing here, but this route here, whoa, over the bridge, it's always the same, you know that? Whatever time of year you come here, this part under the bridge is always submerged with water. I don't really know why, but it always is. That's pretty grim and nasty. So anyway, just come under here now, keep my feet dry, and keep on trucking. Yep, as expected, the same as it always was. Any time of year you come along here, you've got this to contend with. So when I go back, I'll do what I should have done the first time, which was to stick on the dry stuff over there. But you know, confidence levels were high. I assumed that given we've had some nice warm weather recently, we wouldn't have the issues we're now having. So that slowed my pace right down. There we go. Might even jump up there actually, to be honest with you. So in getting up here, I put my foot in the water. That's good. I've truly put a dampener on this run. You know, when you make a judgment call, all you can think about is what would have been happening if I changed my point of view. So I would be over there right now, probably further down the road, sailing along at the same consistent pace, instead of knocking the pace dramatically and having one wet foot. That looks so dry over there. Don't know what I was thinking. I really don't know what I was thinking. But there we go. You live and learn. Adds a bit of spice, and I suppose I'm making use now of the speed goats. Thanks to the drainage, I'll be able to hopefully recover from that wet foot quite quickly. So when I was marathon training, no need for the vest. I used to just be shorts, t-shirt, 2 handhelds, a couple of gels, bit of tailwind, and off I ran. It was honestly so much fun. The biggest issue with this footpath is it's quite narrow, and as the day progresses, especially on a nice sunny day like today, it just gets so busy with people. It's a bit of a nightmare to run on. So that's why if you're going to do it, get out early. And I mean, the majority of this run today, probably 2/3, is actually on the roads. But I'll take advantage of the 10 to 12k ish that I'm doing here and just enjoy the surroundings, imagining what it would be like to have a home that led down to the river. 16k, 1 hour 29, so all things considered, it's a very good run so far. If I kept that up, clearly we've gone for a 3 hour 20 miler. Not that's the plan, but it's quite nice to know that I've started off on the correct footing if I were to push for that today. So the halfway point, or turnaround point, is now 1 hour 34. You can see in the background the local town. This is Woking. I normally go a bit further up there, but we're heading back now. Average pace, for those who care, 5:34 per kilometre, so definitely a lot swifter than my ultra pace for sure, my usual long run pace, but a different terrain, so that's to be expected. Let's see what I can do on the way home, but it's all about just head down, focus, and getting some miles in today, whilst breathing in some of this lovely, well, I say lovely, it's a river, it kind of stinks, but air. Running back, I'm now on the dry side of the river. That was where that mess was earlier, and yeah, took a little chunk at the average pace, but I've said this before, it doesn't actually matter. What matters is getting out there and having a good time. But in terms of consistency, I was trying to get in and around the same pace all the way, but again, I'm not really keeping proper track of it. I've probably messed up already. But wow, it's starting to heat up now. It's reminding me about salt tabs. I do need to get some, because this weather can really creep up on you, and then suddenly you feel a bit woozy and a bit rough because you're not contemplating the sweat, because you're not used to it. For those who are interested, half marathon in 1 hour 57. So this is the road crossing that I didn't do earlier because I went under the bridge. I'm now doing the road crossing, save my feet, get wet again, and yeah, the route home is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. $25 in, still maintaining 5:33 average, which is nice. Legs feeling a little fatigued, but I don't think it's actually distance, it's more the suitability of the shoe on the terrain. It's just a bit hard going, so kind of feeling it all through my feet, but otherwise having a good time, elated to be out, and yeah, all going really well. 20 miles is coming up, in a few more steps. What will the total time be? Did I creep in under 3 hours? Let's have a look. 2:58:42. 2:58:42. Wow, happy with that. Very happy with that. Probably one of my faster 20 miles I've ever done. And given that I've done no specific speed work, really, and the shoes were wrong for today, I definitely feel that tomorrow. And this pack is fully loaded, by the way, with the exception of a little bit of solid food. It's race day ready with all mandatory kit, so another little weight. Woo! Feel it in my shoulders. As mentioned earlier, salt. I feel my legs are probably going to start twitching, ready to cramp up, so I'm going to get back and just make sure I get that recovery drinking quite quick, replenish some of the salts, because I definitely lost a lot more than I thought I would. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful day. Enjoyed that long run. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, I'm not really focusing too much on that. It will be a run, it won't be a run, but either way, as soon as I get in the door, I've got to go back out with my little one because she needs a little morning nap. So quick shower, change of shoes, back up the door. Family life.